Hey, this is the Fight Nerd, and it's time for another gear review. Now, joining me today for this gear review is a man who's very familiar with the previous gear reviews. That would be Sambo Steve here at New York Combat Sambo. Steve, how's it going today?
Hey, what's up, man? Ready for another one?
That's good to know. Last time we tested out the Nutty Buddy Groin Cup, and we destroyed that thing. But I think it's time for a little flashback before we go any further. All right, so yeah, that was the Nutty Buddy, and we destroyed that thing.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was great. And today we're going to try and destroy something else, so I don't really think we could bounce kettlebells off about. We're going to give this a try. This is the Shock Doctor Custom Mouthguard Kit. It's a whole big kit to make your own mouth guards, make your own molds. Comes with a temporary mouth guard. It's got a lot of stuff in it. Steve, initial thoughts on seeing the box and hearing the concept of molding your own professional mouthpiece?
It's very cool. It's very cool. Let's see how it works, because we do have some students who have professionally made ones through dentists and medical professionals. So, you know, we'll see how this one compares.
All right, I'm here now with Larry, who's going to be testing out one of the mouth guards today. Larry, show us what you currently use.
I use the Gladiator Pro. It's actually a custom mouth guard.
How long have you had this mouth guard?
About 6 months.
6 months, and have you felt protected wearing it? Have you had any discomfort? How has it been for you?
No, it's been good. It stays in after getting hit or grappling. It stays in pretty good.
Okay, I'm here now with Bobby, who's also going to be testing out the mouth guard today. Bobby, show us what you currently use.
I use one of these little, $2.99 Everlast ones that you see at Modell's and Sports Authority.
So not one of the professionally molded ones, just one of the cheap ones.
One of the cheapest ones you can get. No big complaints. I guess sometimes I'm a little bit aware that it's there when I'm training, which isn't a great thing. Little uncomfortable, but I guess as good as you can get for $2.99. It's okay. It's okay. No big complaints.
Okay, I'm here now with Tyga, who's going to be trying out the mouth guard today. Now, what mouthpiece do you currently use?
I use a Shock Doctor.
Shock Doctor. That just happens to be the brand that we're using today. So how has this Shock Doctor in particular been for you? It looks pretty well used.
Yeah, it's been pretty well used. It's been great. I mean, I haven't had any problems with it. I personally have a tendency to chew the mouth guard because I used to not use the mouth guard a lot, but it's excellent other than that. I haven't lost any teeth, so.
Yeah, I can definitely notice the chew marks on it now. How long have you had this one for?
This one I've had for about 6 months, 7 months so far.
You chewed through that thing pretty good for 6 months.
Yes, I did.
So, with the Shock Doctor mouthpiece packages in hand, our fighters dove into the boxes to unveil the kit within. Now let's join Coach Sambo Steve as he walks us through the molding process.
Preparation 1. Refrigerate the putty for 15 minutes. Try on the mouthguard tray. The tray should extend all the way over your back teeth. Cut it with the scissors and the furthest slot on the tray. Step 4. Bring the water to a boil. Remove from heat. Place the fitting tray in the hot water for 30 seconds. Immediately immerse the tray completely in cold water for about 1 to 5 seconds. Step 5, place the tray in mouth, bite down firmly. Remove the putty from the refrigerator. Knead the two putties together with your fingers until it is one uniform color. Immediately place just enough putty in the tray to fill the tray. And bite down firmly until you feel your teeth contact the tray. Relax and hold this position for about 2 to 3 minutes. Step 9, remove the tray with self-impression mold from your mouth. A good impression should include all of your teeth and extend to the gum tissue above the teeth.
With the molding process complete, our fighters packaged up their kits, prepared to send them back to the manufacturer. But while they waited, they still had their temporary mouthpieces to try out, so let's see how that went.
Actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Still, it's not as good as the Shock Doctor one that I already used, but it wasn't as bad. it didn't bother me as much as I thought it was going to be.
You know, at first I didn't think the mouthpiece was going to be so great. It felt a little hard and a little shallow, if that makes sense. Like it didn't come very far up. But once I started grappling, and striking for that matter, it felt fine.
Temporary mouthpiece I didn't like. I don't know, it didn't mold right, so it didn't stay in very well. Wasn't a fan of the temporary one.
It feels weird on the bottom of, on the top of my tongue. Sometimes when I'm like, I guess when my tongue's cut right in the middle there, it's kind of like rough in that middle, so that doesn't feel good.
Really, you forget it's there. You forget it's there, and I guess that's a good thing.
Most mouthpieces, like, they'll stick to your teeth. This one, it felt like there was like a piece of plastic in my mouth, and if I didn't keep my teeth together, it would fall out.
I would just use the current Shock Doctor that I already have, or get another one if I didn't have that one.
It didn't stay in, it didn't feel very comfortable. Hence why it's temporary.
You know what? I have 2 gym bags I bring with me on various days. If I have more gear, I pack one. If I have less gear, I pack another. I would probably throw that in one of my bags and kind of just kind of throw it in the mouthpiece rotation, you know?
All right, so Sambo Steve, we had the guys test out the temporary mouthpiece, and we also molded the custom one that we're going to be sending out in a few moments. So tell us a little bit how you felt about that molding process we did earlier.
I think the molding process was pretty easy, and if we didn't have 3 guys juggling through it at once, it probably would have been pretty simple and quick to do. No, not much more difficult than a regular sort of countertop mouthpiece.
Now, we also tried out the temporary mouthpieces, and we had little mixed reviews in regards to that. How did you feel about testing that out tonight?
You know, some of the guys felt like, I think once they started grappling or sparring, they were able to just sort of forget that they had a mouthpiece in and any issues. So that would have been minor. So we'll see, man. Now a couple weeks, we get the pro molded ones back, and we'll compare.
So we're going to give that a try. Today, it's right now, it's October, I believe, 17th, I think? Or what day is it? I don't even know what today's date is.
I think today's the 18th.
Oh my God, I've been living in the past.
Yes.
We've all been living in the past far too long. So today's the end of the 18th, though. So tomorrow will be the 19th, logically. So we're going to start counting from that day. So October 19th, we're going to see how many business days it actually takes to receive the new mouthpieces back. So we'll see you guys in a few moments.
All right, guys, here we go. 3 custom mouthpieces. You want to do the honors?
We'll do.
That's it. We got a product test about a mailbox. All right.
All right, we'll keep you
We're good to go.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
All right, so we're back about 2 weeks later, guys. You got your mouthpieces. When did yours arrive now?
Mine arrived about a week and a half ago.
Mine was about like 5 days after we sent it in.
So let's do the grand unveiling now. I see you've got your mouthpiece. Let's take a look at this thing. This is sealed, just got back, so we're going to pop this thing open and see how it looks.
Okay.
And there it is.
And it's got my name on it and the school. And I guess I'll put it in.
I think you should, for your own safety.
Yeah, that's flush against my. It's flush against my teeth. It's
You can
actually
barely talk right now because it's so flush right there.
right.
All right, so we're gonna actually now get these mouthpieces in their mouths. One of our testers, unfortunately, is sick today, but he did try it out earlier, so he's gonna give us testimony as well. But in the meantime, guys, get your mouthpieces in. It's time to get beat up a little.
It's interesting because I chewed my other one to pieces, and I can't chew this one, so that's already a good thing. It's weird because it's so flush against my mouth, and I'm not used to a custom mouth guard, but I definitely can get used to it.
Hard boxing with it and MMA with it. I like that it stayed in, especially when I was pushing against the wall working MMA. Stayed in good, took a couple shots, it stayed good. I felt it gave good protection, and it stayed in the mouth. It allowed me to open my mouth and breathe better with it, which I think was a good point, a good selling point for this thing.
It was very good. You know, I think I had gotten so accustomed to the little cheap ones I had been using, the Everlast ones, that at first it was a little strange for me putting it in, but I don't think that had to do with the mouthpiece. I think that had more to do with me.
With the grappling, I mean, I'm used to the grappling, so it's felt great, you know. Like I said, I have a tendency to chew mouthpiece on the other one, so the fact that I couldn't do it really helped me, my breathing better and not getting accidentally elbowed or something like that. Other than that, it felt really comfortable though, overall.
My other mouthpiece is the Gladiator Pro, also a custom mouthpiece. It was pretty similar. The Gladiator Pro was a little thicker. I like that. This one was good though. On a scale of 1 to 10, I say Gladiator was a 10. This is about a 7 or 8.
I had to doctor it up a little bit. I had to cut it. It was kind of sticking to my gums. Just slightly, no more than you'd have to cut a regular mouthpiece, you know. But once I did that, it was great. It felt really comfortable in my my upper teeth. Felt great. No complaints. I would probably I'd probably use this instead of my old one.
I think once you get used to it, the feeling of it, because like I said, it is a different feeling than the regular mouthpiece. Yeah, I definitely think it's worth $150.
For $150, no, because the other one I had was cheaper. It was definitely an upgrade from Boil and Bite mouthpiece, but it was good. I would recommend it.
Okay, to avoid the trouble of going to a dentist, if you really want to cut the mouthpiece, then I would say yes, it's worth it, because if you really want that, it's, you know, the style of it is nice. It is comfortable, but if you just, you know, if it's not that important to you, your mouthpiece being a custom one, if you're not too much of a connoisseur or whatever, you can get away with one that costs you a couple dollars or, less than $20.
So the final verdict is a bit mixed, but really mostly on the price. There were no problems with the molding process itself, and it saved the guys definitely a lot of time and a very long and costly trip to the dentist. Plus, everybody felt protected, even if some felt more protected than others. There is no doubt that this saves plenty of time and that the mouthpiece is good, but for $150, this is the mouthpiece for people who train very seriously and not as a hobby. If you want to learn more about this mouthpiece, head to shockdoctor.com, and if you want to learn more about the gym where this was held at, go to nycombatsambo.com. I'm the Fight Nerd, thanks for watching.